that it's straight and it's balanced. So when you guys receive the ball, or if the ball comes over and you're trying to dig the ball up, this is the platform. So everyone just make a platform and we'll just see. Yeah. So what I would recommend, just to have it like firm and also like a solid platform, is you can put your like, are we all right-handed or anyone lefty? No? Okay, so left hand out, right hand on top, and you sort of cusp it together, thumbs pointed forwards, and make sure that when you're receiving the ball, elbows are not bent. You want to try and lock it out so you've got a very straight platform. Locked out shoulders, you want to bring that forward. It's important that when you're passing that you have enough space between your platform and your body. If your platform is too close to your body, you don't have a lot of room.
So I think what he means by shoulders forward is your shoulders are forward relative to your hips. So if you're sitting like this, they're kind of in line and you don't have much leverage to kick forward, or you don't have much power. So whenever you pass, ideally you're kind of hunched over, like with a straight back, and you pass like this. So you can kind of like, kind of push forward. Because if you're standing upright, you can't really, and you'll find that sometimes when it comes too close to your chest, it's a bit hard to pass forward. So essentially, you need to position your body relative to the ball. So if the ball's here, I have to make sure I give myself space and I pass forward, and my shoulders are in front of my hips relatively. That's what I meant by shoulders forward.
Yeah. So key points in getting a good pass down is to stay balanced, and it's about getting your body positioned relative to the ball in a way that allows you to do a dig. So I'll get Wes just to demonstrate.
You want to say maybe should you pass it like one foot forward or
so if the ball's coming over slowly, you do need to generate a bit of your own power to get the ball high enough. So in volleyball, ideally what happens is when the ball comes over, you dig the ball up to the setter, and the setter on the second ball sets the ball into an attack. So in order to help your teammate out, you want to get the ball nice and high so they have enough time to run, get under the ball, to set the ball. And that's the balance between getting the ball high by getting under the ball, but also making sure that the ball's not just going straight up, but also a little bit forward. So you need to be behind the ball, but also under the ball. And that's just a bit of positioning.
So that comes with practice. But essentially, if you want higher, you have to be more under the ball. If you need to go forward, you have to be more behind the ball. And you can't be too much of otherwise you have a really flat ball or a really high ball. Now I'll leave demonstrate.
Okay. So position, nice and high.
In front of his hip. So it's really easy for him to generate forward momentum. As opposed to if you're standing upright. You can only generate with your arms, and it's less.
If I'm upright, I don't have the ability to push the ball forward, so I want to be a bit over, so I can also use your legs to step in and generate that power.
And one more thing I want to point out is when Wayne's passing, he passes a lot better than me, by the way. So we're all learning here, but he doesn't swing his arms too far. So you'll find that when people are passing, they try to do it only up to parallel to the ground. So usually there's no reason to swing your arms past this point, because that would just make it like less controlled.
Yeah, and especially like a lot of the balls coming, the ball's like coming from quite high up down. It's got its own velocity, so if you're swinging the ball, you'll find like it goes really, really high and out of control. So so you're stepping into it and basically using the platform as a rebound just to direct it in the zone.
The ball's just bouncing on you.
Yeah, correct.
Cool. So what's done?
Alright, so our first drill.
Go to the side.
Yes, that's perfect. That's great. Alright, last one, let's go. Yeah, beautiful. That's last point. Okay. Alright, let's go next. If you can, try and direct the ball a little bit closer to the net. mimic the other team sort of doing a quicker attack. So it'll be a roll shot. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one, I don't have to swing my arms as much. I'm just letting it basically bounce off my head. That one was a bit slower. Yep.
Oh, good. So since it's coming quicker, just still remember to try and get under the ball so you can generate the time. That's okay. Nice, that's good.
I'll try, but I'm an old fella, so stand up for a football game.
Oh, good. I like how you got under the ball to get it up, so that's important. Is that four?
That's a bad one roll.
What happens is the ball's nice and high, the setter will then run under the ball and then set the ball high into an attack, someone spiking the ball. Yeah. So we're going to work on controlling the ball so that you can basically make it easy for your teammates or your hitters to hit the ball. So when the ball's coming, what you want to do is generate like this almost like triangle shape, and you're going to use your fingers to contact the ball. You don't want the ball to drop so that it hits your palms. It's going to rest just on the fingers. Now, depending on preference, you might want to use like all 5 or 4 fingers. Wouldn't recommend using less than 3. So you want to take the ball where it's slightly in front of you and above you, so that if the ball continues to drop, it'll basically like hit your head, hit your forehead.
Yeah,
So-
I was just going to show them, because some people don't know the trick. So a good tip is you put it on your side and you bring it up like this. So it's kind of like not really a triangle, but yeah, kind of like this. And then the ball just sits like
Yeah. Now, a lot of this is footwork once again, because in order to get a good set off, you need to be well positioned. So when the ball is coming, you want to run and position your body so that you're taking the ball in that ideal position. So what that looks like,
on my forehead.
yeah, do you just want to like just catch yourself? Yeah. So you want to have your hands up and ready, so that when the ball comes, it's that, and the action is quite like soft.
So yeah, I was trying to explain this again before. It's not hitting the ball with the fingertips, like that.
Yeah, you don't want to be
That's
attacking the ball.
For two reasons. One, that's less controlled, and two, it's easy to guide your fingers that way.
Yeah.
So you want to absorb the ball a little bit. So when you catch it, you actually let it drop a little bit before shooting back up. Yeah, this takes a lot of practice, so, but that's okay. Like, it's not common, but that's what you want to get to. And also, yeah, it's hard to get the perfect set in a real game because the passes are generally not perfect. So if you throw it somewhere fast, I try my best to get under it and get to that same position because that's where it's most consistent. If you give me the ball, if I'm setting from too far in front of myself, I can't generate power. So, sorry, I keep throwing it. It's hard for me to push up, and if I set it from too far on top of myself, I can't push it forward. So that's why the body position is the most important part of setting. It's not the actual like arm technique. It's where you stand relative to the ball, similar to passing. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, once again, body positioning, and to sort of make the consistency of this set going like forward, you want to like release at the ball at the same time. So you don't want like one hand letting go first. You want both hands to release out, and you want your elbows ideally to become straight, and with your hands you're sort of like pointed almost like a forward or even outwards direction when you follow through with that.
Okay, so your arms go up and then
Yeah.
your wrist ends. So
Extend both out at the same time.
Arms. It's not like this.
Yeah.
Arms. Okay. Yeah. And then it's good too. Yeah. Breathe straight to the target.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're kind of keeping your arms straight, as opposed to setting and then splitting your hands to the side. Because some people they'll split their hands to the sides. Yeah, it can be inconsistent. But if you always point to the target, it just increases the chance that your set goes where you want it to go.
Yeah. So now this next drill, get you guys to partner up. Basically, you just want to face each other, be about this distance apart. You don't want to be too far or too close, and you just want to practice setting to each other. So getting the ball nice and high for your partner.
Yeah, just catching. I would say just practice getting to that.
Yeah. Maybe at the start, just practice running to get to the right position. So you can take turns, one person setting, the other person just running and adjusting. And then after you get consistent with that, then you can start doing back and forth.
Yeah.
So remember, keeping the ball high gives your partner enough time to get under the ball.
Yeah. And yeah, if you find it hard to generate power, most of it doesn't come from your arm strength. I don't really have muscles, but I use my legs to generate power. So
Yeah.
I'll bend a little bit and then push, and I have one leg behind.
Yeah. So we should have enough.
Just trying to get people to
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really hard to get nice.
Yeah.
So let's see, go behind the ball. Nice. Nice. And after fingers.
Maybe just go a little bit more.
Yeah, you guys can start
You know, a bit more.
Yeah.
And then you can move.
He's ready to get.
Yeah, perfect.
If you're hitting it down or if you're hitting it upwards, you want to get good contact with the ball. So when you spike, you want to contact it and then kind of spin it with your wrist by flicking it. So if I'm hitting it over the net like this, it will look like this. And you'll see that there's top spin on the ball. And when you'll do this, and then you get above the net, like maybe a shame, same thing. You want to get above the wrist down and flick it down. You can come over here. Yeah. So how you do that is you want to have a loose wrist, but you want a firm hand. So that might sound contradictory, but you want to open up your hand big, but you want your wrist to be loose. If you have a stiff hand and you hit, it'll kind of be like a bit floaty, so it won't have a nice stiff hand. But so you want to try and get like a slapper. Also, another thing when you're hitting is you want to contact at your highest point. So, yeah, if you're contacting down here, it's harder to go for the net. So, logically, you want to hit it with your arm stretched up, with your elbow above your shoulder. So, the elbow above my shoulder. You don't want to hit it completely straight all the time, because sometimes people can't generate power like that if it's completely locked out. But generally, I would say if your elbow is above your shoulder, you're not sacrificing height. So if you're hitting from down here, yeah, it's a bit awkward. You can't really hit over there as well. So, yeah, maybe I'll just get people in partners later to just practice hitting a roll shot with contact. Just like this. Practice getting the ball rolling forward. Top spin is good in volleyball because you can hit it over the net and you can hit it hard and the spin will make it spin back in. So you can basically have power but also not hit out. So getting the snap.
So it's your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when I'm contacting, I'm hitting it, and in my wrist, since my wrist is loose, I'm slapping it like this. So in slow motion, I'm doing that. Yeah. So you guys get into a partner, and you guys can hit like that. You guys can hit down, you guys can hit up. It doesn't matter. Covering the ball. So letting the ball fall. That was good. You throw it with backspin, but you hit it. So, as in it was harder for. comes with a jump, but it's not necessary like you guys just saw. And you can hit a really hard shot, just standing roll shot. So I'm gonna just go through the basics of how to do a jumping spike. It's called the 3-step approach, which there's 3 steps. So if we're all right-handed, you start with your left leg forward, and you go left, right, left, and then you jump, and then you spike. And you want to come at a 45-degree angle, because it gives you more options to hit this way, or you can turn your body and straight. If you get professional, but that's okay. So left, right, left, and it's one big step, and then medium and short step. So it's the rhythm is kind of like bam, and it's left, right, left. So it looks like this: left, right, left, and then you jump, and then you hit. And when you jump, you want to focus on jumping up instead of forward, because if you jump forward, you're not balanced. So if I jump this, I'm not balanced. But when you jump, you want to make sure your body's on top of your legs. You go straight up, and if you're straight up, you can hit a very controlled shot. Yeah, and depending on how high you jump, determines what angle you can hit. So if Shane can jump and get above the net, you can hit it very sharp down, which you guys have all seen. But if you can't get as high, you can hit like a mix between a roll shot, but also one that's not going up, like maybe going like this. So I'll just show a basic spike. And this won't be like my max jump. I'll just jump a bit and then I'll do a I will feed it to Wayne and he'll set it. And I'll do left, right, left, and then hit. And then this is practicing the timing and the contact and everything we've practiced. So, left, right, left. And you guys don't have to hit it hard. You guys just practice. So we'll do the same thing as before, but you guys can jump if you choose to do so. Left. Sure. Some people like to have more of a run up, but regardless, you just want to end with left, right, left, and then be like this position. Yeah. I'll do one more.
chocolate cherries.
Cool. How's that was quite nice.
Green and the red. Yes.
Get out.
Move on.
Nice. Okay, come on.
Come on, killers.
Oh, sorry.
This way.
Thank you for the answering. Thank you for the answering.
It was 2nd to 3. Woohoo!